Hello guys and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you the process of my latest guest piece for the YouTube Artist Collective, and this month's theme was Masquerade Ball. I was very excited to be invited along as an official guest again this time, so thank you to the guys at the collective for letting me take part officially again. For anyone who is unfamiliar with the collective, it's a group of artists who get together and create art around a particular theme once a month, and then they post the artwork on their respective YouTube channels. And the subjects of the pieces are voted on in a poll by their followers, and this month there were so many themes that I wanted it to be. I was just spoilt for choice. I kind of liked robotic life or medieval fantasy, but they're kind of within my comfort zone. Masquerade Ball is something that I'm not hugely familiar with, so in that way it was better for me that Masquerade Ball was picked because it pushed me out of my comfort zone, and that's one of the things I really like about the collective pieces, is that they always push me to try something different. Now, it's been a little while since I posted something on this channel, and that does kind of tie in with how I created this drawing and the end result as well. So, as you guys know, I did London MCM a couple of weeks ago. I can't believe it's been a couple of weeks already, and you may notice I have a slightly croaky voice right now, and that's because when I came home from the convention I got ill, which is not a surprise at all because con flu, but I have the unfortunate ability to change any illness, however minor, into a chest infection. So I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I have two lung conditions. I have asthma and bronchiectasis, and bronchiectasis is kind of similar to cystic fibrosis. It's not as serious, but it still means that I get a lot of chest infections, and I have the incredible ability to make them out of anything. So a cold turned into that, and then I fell behind on all of my scheduled work by about a week. So commissions and all sorts of stuff just kind of fell by the wayside for a week, which was really annoying because I booked a week off my day job after MCM to get everything done, and then I was ill, so I got none of it done. And then suddenly it's the 7th of June and the YouTube Artist Collective piece is due on the 8th of June and I haven't started it. So this theme kind of really crept up on me. I thought I had loads of time to prepare and I knew when I was going to work on it, and then that all just fell through and I had to figure out something else. I did have much bigger plans for this piece, and that involved using watercolour for it. You will see here, obviously, this piece is done digitally, which is my first digital collective piece. The YouTube Artist Collective started allowing digital media recently. Before that it had to be created with traditional media, but they've started allowing digital now, which is fortunate for me. And I have been using the challenges as a way to push myself in trying different techniques in traditional media, but this time around I realised with the little time that I had to go with digital for the sake of the speed of working on it and the speed of editing. Because editing and rendering digital videos is so much faster than editing traditional, especially because lately I've had some issues with my computer not taking files off of my memory cards. I don't know what the problem is, but it just keeps disconnecting the card reader partway through, so it takes forever to get my files off. And the other day I spent literally about 4 hours trying to get one video off of my camera. So yeah, I just thought that's not really an option right now, just in case that happens again. So for ease of speed and so on, I was going to go for digital. But in the same time, I didn't want to go for something that was just the same as what I always do. And so I was at this kind of weird compromise between trying something different and using mediums that I'm comfortable with, so the process was quick. So I'm not sure if that worked out at all. But I have created something that I think works out as some kind of compromise between the two. So I did originally plan a much larger piece. I wanted a background, I wanted to kind of draw the Masquerade Ballroom and to create a real environment for this piece in an ideal world, but that didn't end up happening. I was really interested by this theme because I am fascinated by Masquerade Balls, even though I've never really drawn anything to do with them before, unless you count a picture I did literally about 10 years ago, I think, and it's still up on the wall in my grandma's house. So yeah, I think I've only ever drawn one thing to do with Masquerade Balls. I do find them interesting, and I kind of wanted to go with a slightly darker element of it, which doesn't really come out in this picture, but there's a lot of things I wanted to do with this that I didn't really manage to do. But yeah, I like the element of mystery, the element that you don't really know who anyone is behind the mask, and there's a kind of eeriness to it, I think. And I wanted to draw on that, and so what I've drawn here is my original character Taj. I have not drawn him before for this channel. I've recently been redesigning him because he's a very, very old character. He's one of my oldest original characters. And I think I created him when I was about, oh, hang on. I was about to say 14, but I think it was earlier than that. Probably when I was about 12, I think I created this guy. So he's been around for 12, 22, 27, 15 years. This guy has been around in some form or another for 15 years. So yeah, he's recently been redesigned as a character for Breakwater, my fantasy steampunk novel. He is the Crown Prince. He really likes fancy clothes and fancy knives. That's his two main loves in life. And so I had to put a knife in here somewhere, and I wanted to kind of tie that in with the whole theme of the Masquerade Ball being slightly dark. So basically, the mini story I came up with behind this image is that he's attending a masquerade ball at the palace or the castle or whatever it is. I haven't figured out the setting of where the royal family lives yet. But basically he's figuring out that there is some sort of intruder undercover at the ball, and he's going to go and scare them a little bit. He's not going to do any harm, he's just going to put the frighteners on them a bit and send them away, because he's proactive, you know, you've got to nip these problems in the bud, and so that's what he's doing. He's sneaking around in the masquerade ball, and he's about to cause a little bit of trouble just to make sure that he can protect his family. I played around a lot with the idea of the mask. At first I was going to go with feathers, and then I was going to go with a butterfly mask, and then I kind of just wanted to keep it relatively simple because I liked how his face was looking. I have actually saved the original file with the sketch, so I might use it for something else again in the future because I kind of liked how his expression came out. But yeah, in the end I just went for a plain black mask with some feathers on the side to kind of tie in with the rest of his outfit, and then I wanted to merge it all together. So what I've done here is work entirely in black and white, and then I added some gold elements just at the end. At first I was just going to do a line art, and then I thought I wanted to try something different working with solid black areas of the illustration because I haven't done that for absolutely ages. And again, like I said, I wanted to try and push myself in some way even if I couldn't create my original concept. So that was my way of doing that. And it was a challenge. I was kind of winging it the entire way through. I really didn't know what I was doing. You can see me changing my mind constantly about what's happening with this picture. But I am pleased with the end result, and I really enjoyed working with the solid black and white to try and create depth and texture. In fact, if I can kind of refine this technique further, I might actually offer it as a commission option, so please let me know if you'll be interested in something like that. And while I'm on the subject, I am so hugely grateful and overwhelmed by all the support I've had on my work lately. It is incredible, with commissions and shop orders and of course MCM, which I won't talk about here because I've made a whole vlog about it and that will be coming up soon, but I haven't had much chance to edit it. So yeah, I have a lot to work on right now, but I am so grateful for your support. It's been amazing, and I really hope that you like this piece. So even though it was in the end something entirely different from what I planned, maybe one day I will end up doing that original idea I had before I realised how little time I had to work on it. And yeah, I am satisfied with the result, and I feel like I learned something from it, and that's the most important thing, is that each drawing is kind of a stepping stone to help you learn, even if it's not what you had in mind. If you took something away from that drawing, if you learned something different, then it was definitely worthwhile, and I definitely feel like I learned something new while working on this piece, and I've found that I can create something that I didn't think I could. So I'm going to leave it there because I'm starting to sound really wheezy and I'm going to have to edit out a ton of coughing in this video. So thank you so much to the YouTube Artist Collective for letting me take part again. Please do check out all of their videos. Their channel links are in the description below. Their work is all beautiful, and I love seeing everyone's interpretations of the themes each month. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video and that you like the final piece. If anyone's curious what it was made with, it was Paint Tool Sai and my Wacom Cintiq 22 HD. As always, the descriptions are in the box below of what I used in each video, and I'm now going to go and lie down for a bit and wheeze because my voice is really going weird. So thank you as always for your amazing support. Really hope you like this piece, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!